Cerebral palsy is caused by abnormal development or damage to the part of the brain that controls movement, balance, and proper posture. It is the most common movement disorder in children. It occurs in about 2.1% of every 1,000 live births. Doctors say the condition can arise as a result of infections during pregnancy, infant inflammation or infections around the brain, head injury to an infant that leads to a damage to the brain or bleeding into the brain, lack of oxygen to the brain during difficult labor, and more. Doctors say the symptoms include poor coordination, stiff or weak muscles, seizures or tremors, problems with hearing, speaking, sucking of the breast or swallowing food, poor vision and sensation, challenges with thinking and reasoning. Helpful treatments have been found to include physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, external braces, and orthopedic surgery. Talking about a health condition is different from finding out for real all that needs to be known. Fired up by this inquisitiveness, I decided to visit this Cerebral Palsy Center in Surulere, Lagos, managed by Noyen Weke, who is the founder. Noyen set up this place due to a life experience. Her marriage broke after 7 years because she couldn't have a child, but she still wanted a child so badly, so she decided to adopt one. At 5 months, when her baby couldn't make some proper movements, she discovered thereafter it was cerebral palsy. It became highly challenging for her to find a daycare center which would accept her daughter. Gathering all the information she could get from medical specialists, she began taking care of her adopted child herself, which led to her shutting her catering business place, which she turned into a home to care for children with such health condition. What was her initial hopelessness birthed the Cerebral Palsy Center, where parents now find solace. 24-hour service at this center is free of charge.
At 7 months, I took her to a daycare, and I was told that they can't take her because other parents will start withdrawing their children. Then as 1 year, I found a center where I was taking her. They manage children with all disabilities. But after 18 months, I took her out because in the center, they had children with all disabilities. And of course, we found out that there was no specialization. I wasn't satisfied. I needed a center where cerebral palsy is taken care of.
Children with cerebral palsy are kids with special needs who need special care and regular therapies. Some are fed through gastro tubes, which cost as much as $200 because they can't swallow food. The tubes can only be used for 3 months before they are disposed of. Mothers who can't cope with the challenge often abandon their children.
Most of the parents actually do not want to abandon their children. Sometimes they take their children to a place. They say they're homes. There are some places that are homes. So with the belief that the children will get better, nobody explains to them that sometimes the children may not, walk. That's always our expectation, because if your child is on a very severe spectrum, it might be difficult for the child to walk. The child may never walk. We have 3 children who are on tube. But of course, how many parents can afford that? It's very expensive. And then the woman in desperation might just say, oh, let me leave the child somewhere. Not that she doesn't love her child, but maybe she feels that maybe the child can get better care there.
Farida, this is little Farida. Farida is 6 years old. She's been trying to get very busy with my microphone. She was brought to the Cerebral Palsy Center in 2017 when she lost her mother. Farida looks totally different from how she used to be when she was brought here because she's been undergoing regular therapies, proper feeding, and care. A pointer to the fact that if well-meaning individuals and the government give children like this some attention, they would actually improve. Just like Bolu, you can see, who is doing so much for himself now. He was not exactly like this years back.
Here at the Cerebral Palsy Center, there are 20 children. 10 live in and 10 are taken back home by their parents at the close of the day. But Noyenweke says there is still a huge need for space. The children can't walk, so they have to be carried up the staircase to their rooms, which would be better if more spacious. They have special bath chairs. A more spacious bathroom will make their care easier. And to make things easier, Noyenweke, through the support of kind-hearted people and organizations, has acquired 4 plots of land in Ibejuleki, Lagos, which TVC News went to see. She plans to have a bigger center built here, which would accommodate more kids. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.